It is about that time of year for the NBA where we got to make a estimate of who is going to go where in the playoffs. Rather, that's the team not even making it or them being top contenders. We're going to talk about all 30 NBA teams in today's videos. But next week, I am going to make a video of my official 2026 NBA playoff bracket when, the playoff bracket is settled, including the play-in. So make sure you guys subscribe if you haven't already so you can see that. But today I'm just going to put teams on a tier list of where I think they stand right now. We did this about a month ago, a little more than a month ago, so I have to see how different it is. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and comment down below who you think is going to win the NBA Finals, and let's get right into it. So here are the tiers that we are rolling with today. At the bottom, we have out. That basically means these teams are not going to make the playoffs at all. They're already eliminated. And then above that, we have barely missed the playoffs. So these are basically the teams that I think are going to lose in the play-in. So obviously only like 4 or 5 teams, whatever it is. Above that is first round exit teams I don't think that are going that far. But, they made the playoffs, which is solid. And then deep run teams that, they will definitely make some noise in the playoffs. They could be contenders, but they could also be an exit. So they are a good playoff team. And then above that is top contenders, teams that I believe have the best chance to win the finals. I'm going to try to keep that tier to no more than 3 or 4 teams for the sake of the video. We're going to go by conference regardless of what the team order is. So first off, we have the Utah Jazz. They are obviously out of the playoffs. They are 21-58. I'm filming this video on April 6th. They're 1-9 in their last 10. They're not a good basketball team at all. There's not really much discussion there. No chance of anything. And then above them, we have the Kings, who are exactly on the same boat, 21-58. They're terrible too. And then above them, we have the Pelicans, 25-24. Obviously, they're no good either. New Orleans team, so take what you want there. Above that, we have the Dallas Mavericks. Should not have done that Luka Doncic trade. They got Cooper Flag, but besides that, they got nothing going for them. And then above that, we have the Memphis Grizzlies, and that settles it for the Western Conference teams that are already eliminated. Those 5 are really bad. And then above that, we have the Phoenix Suns, the Los Angeles Clippers, the Portland Trailblazers, and the Golden State Warriors are competing for the 7th and the 8th spot. I like the Warriors. I think you guys know that, but I don't think they make it this year. Stephen Curry is obviously a really good player, getting older. Draymond's got good defense. Podziemski has not been playing well for them, and there's not enough around Curry. This team kind of did nothing in the offseason, and unless you win a championship, doing nothing in the offseason doesn't help you at all. And then above that, I did not think I would ever see a world where, oh wow, Giants All-Pro defensive tackle Dexter Lawrence has requested a trade. Wow, breaking news there. Anyway, back to basketball. I did not think I would see a world where the Portland Trailblazers would have a better record than the Warriors, but here we are, and I don't think they make it to the playoffs either. I think they lose in the play-in, which means I have the Phoenix Suns and the Los Angeles Clippers getting that 7th and 8th spot in the Western Conference for the playoffs. How far they go? Phoenix, I could see it somewhat of a run, but I don't know. I mean, 43-35, they've kind of slowed down as the season went late in the second half, which is not a good thing. I just think that the teams that are in the Western Conference are better than the Suns regardless. Suns aren't bad, but they're just not going to do anything. Clippers are not going to do anything either. They don't have much besides Kawhi Leonard. That's literally really all they have. They just got Darius Garland at the trade deadline, but besides that, I mean, this team just it's not built to compete yet. And then above that, we have the Minnesota Timberwolves. I could see the Timberwolves going on a good run here. Um, Obviously, they have Anthony Edwards McDaniels. I think that's his name. I could be wrong. I mix the name up a lot. That team is good. Rudy Gobert is big, plays with physicality. They can make some noise for sure. The team's got a lot of grit from what I've seen, so I think they have a shot. They lost to the Hornets last night, but I still think that they could go on a deep run. Above that, we have the Rockets. I mean, I don't see the Rockets really doing anything here, to be honest. I mean, I know that, I don't know. I just don't. Like, I feel like they kind of slowed down a bit since the last time we talked about them record wise. I haven't seen much of them, but I just don't think that they have what it takes to go on a good run. And they're not that much better than the Timberwolves. Above that, we have the Nuggets. I think the Nuggets are a deep playoff team, but I honestly going to put them in top contender. I think Jamal Murray and Nikola Jokic is going to be very lethal in the playoffs. I think that is a very good duo to have this time of year, and it's going to show. As much as I don't really like Denver teams, I don't mind the Nuggets, but I think Nuggets have a really good chance to win this championship. Above that, we have the Lakers. I think they are going to go on a deep run, and that's it. A lot of people will say, oh, they might win the finals. You know, they're playing well. Luka's playing MVP caliber. They have LeBron. Reeves is good. Doncic and Reeves are out for the season, regular season. When they come back in the playoffs, who knows how that team's going to play? Will that slow down Luka? Will that slow down Reeves? It's all going to depend, but I don't think the Lakers are a top contender right now, especially after those injuries. Yeah, they're playing well, but I just don't see it, especially after those injuries. The Spurs are top contenders. Obviously, it's tough. Yeah, I think they're definitely Wemby, and yeah, that team is just. Who else is on that team? I'm trying to remember. They're 59-19, which is insane. They have Fox, Wemby, Castle. Yeah, that's a pretty good team. It's gonna be interesting to see Wemby basically in his first playoff appearance, I believe. Like this team does not have a lot of playoff experience. I think that's really the only thing that holds them back. Could be wrong though. And then above that, we have the OKC Thunder, which obviously is a top contender. They're a really good basketball team, and yeah, I mean, they do flop a lot, which is I don't really like them, to be honest. I don't like the flopping. I don't like the way they play. So I don't like them. I don't want them to win. I know they won last year and they have a lot of first round picks, but you got to respect that, they're top contender and they built this team top to bottom with future draft picks the right way. All right, moving on. We now got the Eastern Conference. I forgot to clarify when I said 3 to 4 in top contenders for each. I meant like each conference. So there'll probably be 2 or 3 more teams in there. Now we're going to talk about the Eastern Conference. We're going to start with the teams that are eliminated. We got the Washington Wizards. They're 17-61. That is absurdly embarrassing. We got the Pacers, 18-60. We got the Brooklyn Nets. I don't even know how they're still a team at this point. 19-59. Above that, we have the Bulls, 29-49. And then above that, we have the Milwaukee Bucks, 31-47. A lot of people thought they'd do a little better, but they're not. All right. We have, for the playing team, 7-10, we have the Raptors, the Hornets, the Magic, and the Heat. I don't think the Magic are going to do anything. I can definitely say that's the team that gets eliminated first for the most part. The Heat, I think, are decent. The Raptors are decent, and obviously the Hornets have been hot for months now. They're like 21-9 for the new year, 2026. Hornets are going to make the playoffs. I'm going to say the Raptors do too. I think the Raptors get in there. And that means the Heat, I think, barely missed the playoffs. The Heat put up a good fight, though. They're going to put up a good fight in the play-in tournament. But for the Hornets, I could see this team going on a deep run. I mean, people are going to call that bias. That probably is. But I think the Hornets could be easily a second-round team. Makes it there. They're going to be a team that not a lot of teams want to play. They're young. They're scrappy. They're playing really good. They're shooting the ball well. They're playing tough defense. And, they're just one of those teams that are just focusing on improving every single game, getting that young core intact and staying healthy. And that is a dangerous team to play. Above that, we have the 76ers. They're going to be first-round exit. They're not going to be in the postseason for very long, in my opinion. Atlanta Hawks, same exact boat. They're not going to do anything. They're mid every year. This year, they just happen to be a little better, but I still think that I don't really care who's on that team. They're not playing up to standard. And then we have these 4 teams right here. If you ask me, I believe 1, 2, 3, the top 3 teams in the West are arguably better than any team in the East. That's my personal opinion. I think the Western Conference is loaded this year compared to the Eastern Conference. But these are probably decent 4. I'm going to say an upset here. I think the Pistons, I know the Pistons got the number 1 seed. They're going to go on a deep run, but they're going to get eliminated pretty quickly, I think. Cade Cunningham is going to carry the team for a little bit. I don't see Detroit winning it at all. I think the Celtics are contenders this year. Jaylen Brown has been playing the best basketball of his career, if you ask me, from what I've seen. They just got Tatum back. That team's playing well. They're 8-2 in their last 10. And I think the Cavs go on a deep run. They are 4th in the Eastern Conference, and I think the Knicks go on a deep run. So my top contenders for the NBA Finals is the Denver Nuggets, San Antonio Spurs, OKC, and Boston Celtics. If one of those 4 teams do not win the NBA Finals, I will do what the top comment says if it's reasonable and legal. Below that, we have deep run. The Timberwolves, the Lakers, the Hornets, the Pistons, the Cavaliers, and the Knicks. Below that, we have first round exit. Suns, Clippers, Rockets, Raptors, 76ers, and Hawks. Below that, we have barely missed playoffs. Warriors, Trailblazers, Magic, and Heat. And then below that, we have out Jazz, Brooklyn, Bulls, Kings, Pelicans, Bucks, Mavericks, Grizzlies, Wizards, and Pacers. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Comment down below who you think is going to win the NBA Finals and why. Give me a detailed ball knowledge explanation. Like I said, next week when the bracket comes out, I will make an official NBA 2026 bracket, and it's going to be correct. I know my March Madness one was wrong at last minute. Arizona got eliminated in the Final Four, which I hope UConn is going to win March Madness, by the way. Comment down below who you think's going to win that. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know who you think's going to win the NBA Finals. Stay tuned for the bracket. Hope you guys enjoyed. Drop a like, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Take it easy.